Hello there and welcome to a new video. Today is a very exciting one for me myself, which today I'll be ranking all 18 different characters from the Lego Marvel Superheroes Avengers. That's not Avengers, it's the Infinity Saga wave of sets, which is such an amazing wave we've gotten. I never thought we would get this, so I'm so happy we got all these figures. We have 18 characters in total, 16 minifigures, one big fig and one micro fig. The wave has 22 characters in total, but some of them are duplicates because we get two identical Thors, two identical Black Panthers, and the Chitauri are three of the same. The only difference being the weapons, which this one is just a stud shooter and this one is the same we got in 2019. Also, Ant-Man microfig, you get two as the previous two, so that's always real nice, but I'm not including these because those are duplicates. I'm only ranking all the ones, all the different ones. So this wave has some really amazing characters. Only one completely new character. The rest are all variations of characters we've gotten before, but some really needed and welcome updates for some of these. And taking into consideration, I do include like what has come before in the ranking. So some figures will rank from the last time we've gotten them, how or the updated, how much updated prints we've gotten. So I do consider a lot previous waves. So this will be just this own wave, not just the wave itself without acknowledging anything else that came before. I will be doing that. And also, before we get started, this is my personal ranking on how much I am excited or was excited to get these figures. So this is my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with it. But yeah, without rambling on, let's get into ranking. So starting off the list, we have place 18, the last place. I put Pepper Potts because this figure is overall pretty uninteresting. It's nice to get the variant from Iron Man 1, but there's really not much going on here. The torso print is nice, but it really reminds me of the Lois Lane torso from Batman vs. Superman. The head print is the Karina Smith head they are using for Hermione in the regular Harry Potter retail sets. They even used it on another MCU character last year for Yelena Belova in the Black Widow set, so it's a pretty overused head. We had a pretty perfect Pepper Potts set in the Iron Man 3 set, but they never reused it, so that one would have been perfect here. The hair piece is a nice choice, but it's also really uncommon, so this figure really does get the job done with no leg print as well. It's pretty simple, but it's definitely the most uninteresting figure of the wave for me. Second to last place, place 17, I put the Age of Ultron Captain America from the Junior set. The only thing this figure has really new is an updated torso print of the Age of Ultron and Civil War Captain America, which is a nice update. Really does look nice compared to the older figure, but there's really not much going on here. The cowl piece and the headpiece is really common at this point, same as the shield, no leg print, so really would have been dope to get the Winter Soldier stealth suit with a blue shield in this set instead of an Age of Ultron version, but yeah, we got this one and still it's nice, but compared to the rest of the wave, really uninteresting. In 16th place, we have the Ant-Man Microfig. We've gotten him before in the Civil War Airport Battle set and the white Quantum Realm suit version in the Avengers Compound from 2019. But it is nice to get a Microfig version of him in his Ant-Man and the Wasp and Endgame suit. So really nice getting him as a Microfig. Would have preferred to get him as a minifigure or maybe Wasp instead of the second Black Panther in the Avengers compound set, but still really nice inclusion since the van is in the set. So yeah, not much more going on here. And 15th place, I put the Hydra agent from the Juniors Captain America cycle. This figure has a really nice torso print. I really like the detail on it, on the white underneath with the gray printing on there. No leg print. The head is pretty uncommon, so it's nice getting it here in a smaller set for really cheap. It's a really useful head. The headpiece is whatever, the blaster as well. has the purple cylinder because they are using Chitauri tech. So I really like the torso print, but overall I still like the 2015 version from the Age of Ultron sets a bit better, especially for that head print alone. In 14th place, we have, in my opinion, the most disappointing figure of the wave, which is the new version of Mantis. Well, with new, there's only an updated torso print, which is nice, even though the 2017 one wasn't that inaccurate, but it's still nice to get a updated print there. But overall, it's really disappointing to get this headpiece again. It really doesn't look like the character. So that was really disappointing. They didn't go with a new head print since this is really not the character. Like, especially with the bug eyes and some of the facial expressions, it does look a bit more like the actress Pom Clemente, but considering that she looks much different as the character, this is really not that accurate. So I really wish we would have gotten at least a new headpiece, head face print. The headpiece is the same, but overall it's still nice to get Mantis in here since it's been quite a while since we've gotten her, and we're still nearly a bit less than 2 years away from volume 3 releasing, so it's really nice to get one here instead of having to wait another 2 years to get one. But considering how much effort they put into the other 3 Guardians in this wave, this one is just really disappointing overall to me. On place 13, I put the new version of the Chitauri warrior, which we get in this wave. That we get 3 of them in total: one in the compound, one in the Dragonflyer, and one in the Benta set. The only difference being the blaster builds I chose for this one. The one with the most interesting blaster build from the Dragonflyer set. This is a really nice version of the character of the Chitauri, but in my opinion this one was a bit unnecessary. The one we got in 2019 were pretty good, so instead of printing a new one, uh, would have preferred if they just reused those and used those 2 new prints to give maybe Mantis a new face print and some leg printing for Black Panther. But nevertheless, still a really cool looking Chitauri, probably my favorite of the 4 versions we've gotten. So yeah, really nice getting a new version of this one, but yet again, they just could have reused the other ones in my opinion and used those 2 prints for some characters that could have needed them a bit more, so to say. In 12th place we have Obadiah Stane from the first Iron Man movie. It's really cool getting him as a minifigure since I never expected to get him as a figure, so it's really cool for LEGO to go back and make sets based on Phase 1. From the printing overall, he's not the most interesting figure, but just getting him alone is really cool, and his face print is really nice. Really good likeness to Jeff Bridges, no leg print, but I think it works here since he's wearing a pretty simple suit and there's not much to do on the leg. So overall, really amazing getting this character, but still one of the more plain figures of the wave. In 11th place, I placed the Iron Man Mark 85, which is still a really nice figure. The reason it's not ranked as high is because this figure is a reuse of the 2019 version, which is totally fine. That figure would have been totally top of the wave if I would have ranked those figures. But getting him here again is really nice with the shield piece. Those are 2 stickers, but still really nice accessory to get. And this is the only figure in the wave that doesn't have any new printing whatsoever, which really is nice to say for a Marvel wave with not many reused pieces, or not as many reused pieces. So still really nice getting him here. For those who missed out on the compound in 2019, that really looked like a junior set. So yeah, nothing more going on here. Didn't want to rank him too high since he isn't new, but also I didn't want to rank him too low since it's still an amazing looking figure. But yeah, that's all I have on this one. Now moving on to the top 10. In 10th place we have the new version of T'Challa Black Panther, which is a really welcome update with all the new updated torso and head print with the purple and pinkish lines running throughout compared to the really inaccurate 2018 version. This one is a really necessary update. Still really disappointing that there isn't any leg print considering how much detail is on the head and the torso. It really kind of cuts off at the waist, which is disappointing. Also no new helmet piece, which like it rumored in like it was in the original rumors, which I don't think is too much of a disappointment since his suit is pretty slick and just having the headpiece with the ears attached on top does work, and still would have been cool to maybe get the face print, but we'll probably get one in the CMF, in the Disney Plus CMF with Star-Lord, Black Panther, so still a really welcome update for this character and really nice getting him in here. In ninth place, I put the new Captain America from Avengers Endgame, the Final Battle scale suit. Really nice getting this torso print as an official figure. The rest of the figure is pretty simple. The shield we've gotten many times at this point, same as the head print and the cowl, which is still a really nice thing, really nice for the figure overall, but we've gotten them before that, so they're nothing too special anymore. No leg print or no dual molded legs as well, which is, yeah, it would have been nice to get the dual molded legs, but still really amazing getting this scale outfit as an official figure, and having an official Captain America holding Mjolnir is really something none of us would have expected two and a half, 3 years ago. So really nice getting him, but still not the most interesting figure of the wave. In 8th place, we have Viking Thor from Endgame. Really cool getting him, this version of him in the official set. He still has the pretty meh build for Stormbreaker they're using since 2018, but he does have the new and accurate torso print, which is really nice getting it here. The cape is the version with only one hole to fit better with the long hairpiece. No leg print here, but he does have a new face print and this hairpiece in a new color for the first time. Still would have preferred a similar piece like they used with Gandalf the White or Saruman in the Lord of the Rings sets by having a new hairpiece with the beard molded into it, since a new beard piece really could have worked here since his beard is definitely much longer than this in Endgame. Also, he has much more braids running through his hair, so this hairpiece is the closest choice from existing hairpieces. It still would have been nice to get a new piece. It does have an alternative face, which I haven't shown any of those off yet, but none of them really were new or had any, but he has the lightning eyes on the other side. He does come in 2 sets of the wave, so he's one of the reoccurring characters, but still a really nice version to get here for this wave. The 7th place goes to Wanda Maximoff, the not yet Scarlet Witch, but this figure is still disappointing in some ways because we don't have the waist cape like the 2016 Civil War version, and the head print really isn't that. It's still a great new head print to get, but it's really not accurate to the character in the movie considering the smiling facial expression and the regular smirking facial expression with the red eyes. It's really 2 expressions Wanda never had in Endgame, and the hairpiece isn't that accurate either, since I think, yeah, it definitely should have been a different color like the eyebrows suggest. I'm still thinking this is the head print we're gonna get in the CMF with the WandaVision version, considering the light tan eyebrows and her hair in that show in the finale is definitely much lighter. Also, with the face prints, it definitely seems to be from that, but nevertheless, it's still so cool to finally get this accurate torso print, since we did get an inaccurate version from the end of Age of Ultron in the Civil War sets, and finally getting this version of the outfit she wore through Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, and even a one scene in WandaVision. So it's really nice finally getting this. And we're getting Power Blast pieces for the first time in transparent pink, which is really nice. So yeah, still a really cool figure to get and some really cool prints, but it could have definitely been a bit more accuracy done here. In sixth place, I put the Iron Man Mark III from the Iron Monogas set. This is the version from the finale of Iron Man 1, and it's same with Omadiah Stane. I never expected we would have gotten this figure as an official figure. Really cool getting more Iron Man versions, suit versions we haven't gotten yet in Lego. I really love the regular red highlights on the dark red torso. That looks really cool. And he even has the two printed screws on the top of the faceplate, which is something we've never gotten before. The faceprint is just a regular Tony Stark head we've gotten many times before in the last couple of years since Infinity War, but nevertheless a really cool version of a suit to get here, so really appreciate getting this one in here. And now we're in my top 5 figures of the Infinity Saga wave. In 5th place we have Shuri from the Dragonfly set. We've gotten her before in the 2018 Wakanda Lab set, but getting her here in a full outfit, in a full battle outfit, is really nice. I love the face print. It really represents a character well, with the more chipper smile on this face and the more mean facial expression on the other side. The hairpiece is a perfect choice as well, since everyone used that hairpiece since it came with that CMF tech girl, so really nice. The torso print is in a dark blue. I still think it is a bit more purple than dark blue in universe, but still a really cool torso print to get. Her gauntlets are a decent inclusion here. There's not much could have been done officially that don't require new molds, new parts. No leg print here. Would have been cool to maybe get some kind of tan waist cape or any sort of leg printing, but overall still a really nice figure and updated version of the character to get. In 4th place I put the man, the myth, the legend, the mad titan himself, Thanos. Really amazing, finally getting a helmetless version of the character. We've been asking for this since 2018 with the Infinity War sets, and this is an all new big thick body piece. It has the 4 studs on the back here, which don't really serve a purpose here, but is definitely a good thing to have for future big figs they're gonna make with this piece. The first time we're getting a big fig with a road table head that isn't a knockoff, so Lego finally caught on, and it's really nice because you can put a regular minifig head on there. So this is gonna make for some nice cursed figures, and we've only gotten this in Chima and Overwatch before. The head is a blown up version of a minifigure head. You can see it does fit on a regular torso, and it has a stud on the top, which looks a bit odd, but this is Lego and this is really for customizability. You can give Thanos a top hat or anything you want to put on there, so that's really nice. I really like that they ditched the blue eyes and went for a more regular face print. Still not the most ideal face print for him, I think, but still really nice getting it. The sword is comedically long. His sword, like this is like this, or this is like the only version he can stand up normally with holding it. Any other position it's not gonna work. So this is pretty yeah, just regular Lego with being too size inaccurate, but still the only thing that uh isn't as good as a previous version is that he doesn't have the printed arms we got on the 2019 version. Lego was like, you gotta buy both compounds if you want to get the printed arms. Also no gauntlet for this one, but the compound had the nano gauntlet, the small one, so they didn't made sense they didn't include two in the set. But yeah, overall this big fig could have been better with some arm printing and maybe a few more tweaks, but I'm still so happy and grateful we got this version of the character. So really excited. A helmet piece, staying with a helmet piece would have been nice, but I'm asking for a lot here. I'm still so happy we got this. And now let's move on to the top 3 figures. In 3rd place, I put Rocket Raccoon. This is a really amazing update of the character. We finally got a new headpiece that got rid of the shoulder armor, which is nice because you really can move the arms now. That shoulder piece, really limited movement here. The head is now in a brown, in the reddish brown color, which I think works pretty well since Rocket did look more gray in the first Guardians, but in Infinity War and Endgame it definitely was more of a brownish gray, so it's nice they updated the color. Also he has his goggles on top there, which is always a nice look on a character. I like goggles, that's the thing. But the tail is the same piece but in a reddish brown. We've gotten it a month prior with the Looney Tunes CMF, but the only thing I'd say is I'm still in the belief that his torso, his outfit should have been the bluish gray instead of a dark gray. I've had a long debate with a few people on Instagram when this figure first leaked, but still think it should be the bluish gray. But nevertheless, a really nice update of the character to get also a really nice new torso print and a interesting weapon build, which I do like when Lego pulls out some more interesting blaster builds instead of just slapping a lightsaber hilt onto an alien conquest pistol or something. But yeah, really happy how this figure turned out. And yeah, that's it. Two more to go. For the second place, I put Star-Lord, the new Endgame Infinity War version of him. Really nice update of the figure. I love the new torso print. They used the Chris Pratt Jurassic World Owen Grady face, which is perfect. Still think this is one of Lego's best face prints that capture the likeness of the actor. Like this is just Chris Pratt through and through. His blasters are in regular silver this time. We've gotten them many times before, but always in the dark gunmetal gray, which I still think is a bit more accurate than this one, but it's still really nice getting them silver here, which really shouldn't, couldn't, could have been left out, but it still adds so much to the figure. Same with the hairpiece. The one they used before would have been perfectly fine with me, but they went ahead and made the Superman hairpiece in a new color for the first time. So that looks really awesome. And his leg piece are the dark red and black dual molded legs. We've gotten them before with some Monkey Kid figures, but never in a plain version. So really nice getting them here. So yeah, this figure overall is just perfect through and through. The blasters and hair could have been the old versions, but they went ahead and made the newer versions, which is really amazing. So there's really not much more to say here except, yeah, this is perfect. And now, last but definitely not least, my favorite figure of the Infinity Saga wave, the first, hopefully first wave of Infinity Saga sets, is the new version of Teen Groot. I'm so in love with this figure. It's so much better than the 2018 version. They fixed the color, the printing on the torso and legs is just incredible, even down to the toes. Still, arm printing would have been perfect, but I get why they didn't do it, and it's honestly not bothering me. The face print is also so much better. It definitely has a more accurate facial expression to Groot, at least regular Groot, instead of the pretty mean looking face we've gotten before. The only thing, like, Groot doesn't really have eyebrows, but I get why they chose to put them on there for more expressiveness. Maybe without them the face would have looked a bit weird, but we have the detail all around the face and even the green mossy part up on top, which we didn't have with the last version. So yeah, this figure is just, the printing from top to bottom is just top notch. I'm so in love with this figure and I'm so glad they updated this. You can definitely see that I've got a bias towards the Guardians of the Galaxy with my top 3 picks, but I just really love the characters, and since Guardians 1 was the movie that got me into the MCU hype train, this will be my favorite characters for a long time, which, as I said before, is really disappointing on how Mantis turned out compared to my top 3 here, but still, yeah, that's all I'm gonna have to say here, and let's move out and wrap up this video. So there you have it, my personal ranking of all the characters from the Infinity Saga wave of sets. Really hoping we're gonna get another wave of Infinity Saga sets next year with maybe some more sets from Phase 1 movies we haven't gotten, or some more accurate versions of sets or new sets, spoilery sets that we couldn't have gotten before the movies released from other movies, so that would really be amazing. So hoping we're gonna get some more Infinity Saga sets, wave sets next year, another wave next year. So yeah, this video was definitely much longer than it needed to be. I do really like going into detail, and if you stuck around through the whole thing, I really appreciate it. So yeah, and before I wrap it up, let me know your favorite in the comments. You can let me know your favorite, your top 3, your top 5, your favorite, your least favorite, or rank all the figures yourself. I'd love to hear some other opinions, but yeah, I've rambled on for long enough, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.